One property owner's loss may be another's gain this week as more than 100 properties in San Diego County go up for auction. Joining me to talk about why these owners are losing their properties is Dan McAllister, San Diego County Treasurer and Tax Collector. Thanks for coming back to the show.
My pleasure.
So tell us, why are these owners going to lose their homes this week?
These owners who may be in jeopardy of losing their homes through this auction are owners that have not lived up to their responsibilities, their legal responsibilities to pay property taxes, and these owners have not paid their taxes in 5 years or more.
Okay, so that's how you get on this list.
It is not as if somebody is just forcing people out of their homes because they missed a payment. They have missed 5 years worth of payments, plus interest, plus penalties, and they have refused to step up and even engage us in conversation about setting up a time payment plan where they could, in effect, pay those taxes over a longer period of time.
Well, tell us about these properties then. I mean, are they single-family homes? Are they investment properties, rentals?
Most are not. The salacious pictures and the good pictures of some of these wonderful places for sale are kind of unusual, and by auction time, that is Friday morning, many times they're redeemed the night before, by 5 o'clock the night before. There's a legal obligation on our part to give people a final notice that says you have the right to redeem your property if you bring in the money up to 5 o'clock the night before the auction. Most of the time that happens. However, we can't be sure, and we have to notify the public that these auctions are taking place. And every once in a while, we end up with properties like you see on the pictures here.
Yeah, so we just showed people at home some fairly nice properties that look below market. I also went through this list. Some of these opening bids say $1,500, $2,500. I mean, is this really what happens at auction? Do you get some amazing bargain?
In several cases, yes. In most cases, no. There's a reason in some of the smaller amounts that people have not paid their property taxes. And let's go through a couple of those. One might be an example where Uncle Harry passed away. He willed the property in northeast San Diego County in a very isolated rural area, maybe covered with chaparral and brush, no ingress, no egress. He couldn't even see the property unless he was on top of Mount Woodson with a telescope. And the reality strikes home because he sees granite boulders with graffiti on them. We've all seen that in North County, Northeast County areas. And he realizes that, why should I pay taxes on this property I'll never be able to use? So he walks away from it. It doesn't hurt because he may have a little ding on his credit, but the reality is he doesn't file for bankruptcy. He hasn't done things that would really hurt his credit for a long period of time. They walk away from property like that. There are other situations where a developer had a wonderful idea 10 or 15 years ago about subdividing parts of the desert in Borrego Springs for a subdivision with dreams that people would rush out to the desert to build their dream vacation home, and they walked away, or the bank pulled the funding, or the bank went under, or the people went under. All kinds of reasons. And some of those properties, really the best we can do sometimes are satellite shots that look like moonshots. Literally, because they've subdivided rock and sand.
But you do have some that are actually owner-occupied this year, don't you? Like people who live in their homes?
We do. We have 15 out of, I believe it's 31 remaining properties to auction off that are currently owner-occupied. In those cases, this is up to the buyer, the successful bidder, to take care by legal means to put the people out of those houses once they take possession of the ownership documents. That is not our responsibility at all.
So just so people understand, if they bid successfully on one of these homes, they pay, and someone's living in it, they just lost it, it's up to them to have them evicted.
They'll probably have to make arrangements legally to do the proper notifications and service and things of that sort to let people know that they're no longer able to stay in those houses. But again, these are people that have not lived up to their responsibilities for 5 years, thus depriving the rest of the taxpayers who have paid on time the right to have full compensation. We estimate that if we redeem all of the properties left in the auction, we will bring back over $2.1 million in back taxes and penalties. This is money that governments readily need right now. School districts could use this money. 42 public school districts derive 42% of all of the tax dollars we collect. it's important that those monies be returned to the people.
And what website can people go to find out more information about this?
That's a great question, and it's www.sdtreas.tax.com.
Dan McAllister, thanks for being here.
My pleasure indeed, and thanks for all you do.